Welcome back to our channel. The Great Barrier Reef is one of Australia's most iconic natural wonders, so large, so vibrant, and so ancient that it can be seen from space. Stretching more than 2,300 kilometers along the Queensland coast, it is the largest coral reef system on Earth and home to thousands of species. But its story begins long before humans ever arrived in Australia. Scientists believe the reef began forming around 20,000 years ago, at the end of the last ice age, when melting glaciers caused sea levels to rise. Corals slowly colonized the newly submerged coastal plains, building layer upon layer over millennia. What we see today is the result of these ancient corals growing, dying, regenerating, and forming complex marine structures that support entire ecosystems. The reef is not just beautiful, it is one of the most important ecological hotspots in the world. It provides habitat to more than 9,000 known species, including sea turtles, dugongs, manta rays, sharks, and countless fish. It also protects Australia's coastline by acting as a natural barrier during storms and cyclones, reducing erosion and wave damage. Beyond nature, the reef plays a major economic role. Before COVID, it generated over $6 billion every year for Australia's tourism industry and supported tens of thousands of jobs. For many First Nations groups along the coast, the reef is also a place of deep cultural and spiritual significance, connected to songlines, creation stories, and traditional fishing practices. But despite its global importance, the Great Barrier Reef is facing some of the most serious environmental challenges in its history. Rising ocean temperatures have led to repeated mass coral bleaching events where corals lose their color and struggle to survive. The reef has already experienced multiple bleaching events in the past decade, some of the worst ever recorded. Warmer waters, stronger cyclones, pollution from land runoff, and outbreaks of the crown of thorns starfish have all put pressure on this delicate ecosystem. While parts of the reef remain vibrant and healthy, others are struggling to recover. Scientists warn that unless global temperatures are stabilized, large sections could face long-term decline. Australia has recognized the urgency of protecting the reef, and a number of programs are already underway. These include efforts to reduce agricultural runoff, breed heat-resistant corals, control the crown of thorns starfish, and work with traditional owners on sustainable management strategies. Additionally, marine protected zones help reduce overfishing and preserve biodiversity. But the reef's future cannot rely on Australia alone. Global cooperation is essential because climate change affects reefs everywhere. So what can ordinary Australians do to help protect the Great Barrier Reef? Even simple actions make a difference. Reducing plastic use, supporting reef-safe sunscreen, choosing sustainable seafood, and reducing household carbon emissions all play a role in improving the health of the ocean. Supporting conservation organizations and raising awareness through education, just like watching videos like this, helps keep the reef at the center of national conversation. And ultimately, every voice counts when pushing for strong environmental policies that ensure the reef survives for future generations. The Great Barrier Reef is more than a tourist attraction. It is a living, breathing system that has evolved over thousands of years. It tells the story of Australia's natural history, supports communities, protects coastlines, and inspires millions. But like any treasure, it needs care, respect, and attention. The choices we make today will determine what the reef looks like in 50 years. Will future generations see a vibrant, underwater world full of color and life, or will they only read about what once existed? The answer depends on all of us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.